All right, welcome back to another video. In this one, we are going to talk about card timers and how to use them. So let's talk about a couple scenarios where a card timer would be helpful. The first and a very common use case that we see is for a waiter. So in dispatch, I have repair order 125 here. The customer is Nick Weber, and 2018 Acura RDX is the year, make, model of the vehicle. I see that I have a waiter tag on this repair order already. The way that I add tags, I go to the three-dot menu and I click tags, and I can add additional tags onto the repair order. I'm not going to add any right now, but let's just say that this customer is a waiter. I might also use a card color to represent a waiter. So in this case, I would just change the card color to light blue to make it even more obvious that a customer is in a lobby and we are going to service their vehicle right now. So in this case, I want to assign this job to a technician. And just for the sake of the demo, I'm just going to drag and drop and assign it to Max the technician. Now, what I've just done is I've assigned this to Max. Max knows it's a waiter, both because the card color is light blue, and in my shop settings here, my color legend, light blue is a waiter in our shop in Max's Auto Repair. And I also see that there's a waiter tag. So it's very, very clearly obvious that a waiter is represented by this vehicle and card color and tag. Now, here's a use case for the timer. Let's say I'm a member of ShopFix Academy. I'm doing a 15-minute show and sell on this Acura RDX. Well, I just start a 15-minute timer, and that timer will count down to 0. And if this timer is active and running, you'll see here that it changes the bottom of the card color to yellow. Now, if the timer, and I can double click to edit how long, so if I was doing a 20-minute show and sell, I could start a 20-minute timer. But what I want to show you is if I just mock the timer running out, so I reach 0, now the card color at the bottom where the timer bar is will change to red and it'll start counting back up. So this is how we use timers. I'm starting a 15-minute show and sell. I want the timer to be representative of the time my technician has to complete that task. Therefore, the card color is light blue, 15 minutes is on the clock, and now everyone in the shop knows the priority and status of this vehicle. The other way that I might use timers, and I'll just pull a random repair order up here. Let's pull 47 and put it down in waiting on parts. The other way I might use timers is I might say, well, the ETA on parts was about 60 minutes, so I'm going to set a 60-minute timer. And now that anyone that looks at the waiting for parts or waiting on parts container would know that the parts ETA is roughly 59 minutes and 50 seconds from now. So those are two ways of using ShopHero card timers. And I think they're pretty effective. There's some other ways that you could probably use them as well. For example, how long an inspection might take or timing the work in progress. But those are two of my favorite use cases: show and sell timers, and then parts ETA. I think it's your most useful bet, and I hope that is helpful. See you in the next video.